have a special on my 2 books for you here at this website. My first book that I wrote in 2005 is called The Ascendant, 108 Planets of Vedic Astrology, and it's where I break down the extremely important rules in Prashara Sastra that talks about friendship and enmity between the planets and how the planets function as house rulers through each ascendant. It's 108 planets of Vedic astrology because it's 9 planets times 12 ascendants. So for example, the Sun is a totally different planet from Taurus, or for a Taurus person because it rules the 4th house, than it is for a Pisces person because the Sun rules the 6th house. Or Mercury is totally different for Taurus as it rules the 2nd and the 5th house than it is for Pisces where it rules the 4th and 7th house. All of these things show how each ascendant is completely different, and it's the entry point into every chart. This is why this book on Amazon.com has 51 reviews and it's 4.5 stars. So this is an extremely popular book. I came out with Yoga and Vedic Astrology in January 2016. I finally got it finished. This is a comprehensive book where I break down all of the structures of yoga and the Vedic principles, and I describe how astrology is an expression and an extension of all of those Vedic principles in what's called Sankhya philosophy. So this book, I start with the origin of the cosmos and how spirit takes form, the relationship between the sun, moon, and the earth, all of the cosmic metaphysics first, so that we understand what astrology even is. Then I talk about the 2 main yogic texts, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the Bhagavad Gita, and I break down the relationship of astrology to all of those structures in the classic yogic text. So for yoga students who want to understand Vedic astrology, because so many of my students have studied yoga and they understand the relationship of yoga and the Indian culture, but they don't know how to put it all together, this is the book that really does it. So after I talk about the Bhagavad Gita and the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, then I take all of those structures, the gunas, the elements, the koshas, the chakras, karma, all of those structures of Indian thought, I explain them in enormous depth as seen through the eyes of the yogic texts, and then I get into talking about astrology, planets, signs, houses, through all of those Vedic frameworks, nakshatras. Then I show how aspects work, yogas, how karma ripens, and I even have case studies in the book. So it goes from a very beginning level to a very advanced level. So both of these books, usually if you were to buy them, let's say on Amazon.com, they would be more than $50. Plus the shipping, you'd probably spend $50 to $60. That's if you're in the US. But you can get them both here, much less than that. Check out the price here. And it's for a limited time. I don't keep these things going all the time. But if you're seeing it now, then you can get both of these books. Many of my students have got these books, and as you can see by some of the pictures here, these are well worn. You will use these a lot. These are reference books. These aren't just something that you'll look at once. You will tear through these books, and you know, they will be a welcome addition to your library, I'm quite sure. So go ahead and get both of these books sent. I have screenshots of the reviews from Amazon.com so you can see how popular these books are. Let me get them in your hands. I'm sure you'll really like them.